Hey, good morning.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again, bud. Thanks.
Yeah.
And our gaggle of students.
Hello, everybody.
The first thing we should do is to sit down and just listen to the material. Should have grabbed that.
I think it's good.
To come here and have a full day where we're going into the studio, we're setting up, observing that, like, helps me to learn how a real session happens. You know, what's the real world, literally. You know, session is like.
With a right or wrong in judgment. Put God before our conscience and hope that one day he would understand.
I don't even know what I was expecting, but I knew it would be something great. Just because of the history of the place and like knowing what Ethan and Kevin have worked on.
Now the vision is illuminated. We can see it all our flaws. Let me take away your burden. You're an animal, just a human. That's all. Let me take away your burden.
If you stand back far enough, the opportunity to share what you've learned with anyone that's interested in making records is really valuable, and it's an honor that anybody's interested in whatever process it is that's yours. Even if it's only one tiny little thing that they saw that they can then apply to their own journey, you know, the whole point is to learn and teach. I'm still learning.
That's all. Let me take away your burden. You're an animal, just a human.
I liked the fact that they committed to so many things, because I think nowadays it's so easy to not commit and, you know, let's save everything and go through it later, but they were, you know, rolling over takes and deleting things all the time, and I think that was cool, because by the end they kind of just had a finished song. They didn't have to do a lot of extra work. The mix kind of just happened and it was there. So that was inspiring.
That's all. Let me take away your burden.
The joy is in the discovery. That's where all the inspiration is, and that's where all the really good stuff is. So you hope that these things happen, that you're creating an environment where the artist and their material can bloom, for want of a better expression, and to not try and control it, to allow it to have a life of its own.
It was so funny because I was just putting some wrapping some cables around, and then Rob was like, "Oh, you know, I play some harmonica on this tune sometimes. You know, do you want to try something? You know?" So I just grabbed my bag and just jam once with the band, with Jim and Donnie, and they're like, "Yeah, let's do it," you know. And then it just started.
Send a message back and say I'm sorry. The devil pulled my strings that night. It's never black or white.
The performance was so important and the emotion was so important, and you know, even in the electronic age that we're in now, it's still just as important to get that performance and find the best in all the musicians. And I think that's what Ethan really showed us, you know, is getting everybody in a room in a circle playing together, and the vibe the whole 3 days was like spot on. Everyone was happy and enjoyed themselves.
The bad old days. 'Cause I still miss her, although I hate her. The way we used to fight, she keep me up all night.
The vibe around the studio was great all the time. You know, the artists, the band, everybody was just here to have fun. Watching Kevin and Ethan working together, and how this relationship between a producer and an engineer, how important it is for them to be on the same page, you know. Like whenever ideas Ethan has, Kevin is ready to make it happen. You have space and time to be creative, you know, so that's super valuable to just observe and be a part of.